Welcome all of you. So here we are going to now discuss quadratic equations, very important chapter, very big chapter, and too many variety of questions are there. We are going to do the PYQs, exactly the types that have come, exactly the sums that have come in previous years. We are going to take up that only today. Okay, so listen with attention. Also I want to tell you I have a different channel, okay, by the name Maths Made Easy Academy, and it has close to 400 videos. Please check the playlist for ICSE topics. You get ICSE, physics, chemistry and maths in that channel. Okay, this channel is exclusively for ICSE maths. Okay, so let's start quickly. Find k. So the sum is to find, we have to find the value of k for which x is equal to 3 is a solution. Now this is the polynomial, this is the equation that has been given to us. So what we will do is we'll simply put, because this has actually, and after this there is another, the second part of the next part of the question is find the other root. Okay, find the other root. Now what is this? Now find k for which x is equal to 3 is a solution. Here is our sum, x is equal to 3, but actually this equation has two values of x. Okay, so this equation has two values of x because it is quadratic, but one of them is given. We'll use that to find the value of k. So k plus 2, and let's make it a 9 here, minus 3k plus 6 is equal to 0. So all I have done is substituted x. This is the other value of x that we are going to find once we find the value of k. So 9k plus 18 minus 3k plus 6 is equal to 0. That is 6k is equal to minus 24, k is equal to minus 4. Okay, so once we know k is equal to minus 4, now we are going to find the other root. How do we find the other root? So first let me put the value of k here, and what do I get? I get minus 4 plus 2 and x square minus plus 4x, yeah, plus 6. This is my new equation once the values of k has been put. Till here I got the value of k. Now I started here. Okay, so here minus 2x square plus 4x plus 6 is equal to 0. So that divided thoroughly with a 2. Now this is an important thing. Minus x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. X square minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so x square minus 3x plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x minus 3, this is nothing but middle term factorization. Okay, so what we get now is x minus 3 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. What are the values of x then? X is equal to 3 or x is equal to minus 1. So the other value of x that they had wanted, because this they had already given, what they had wanted is this. So you will be marked for this and you will be marked for this, the value of k. Okay, so let's see the next question. So here is solve this and get the root correct to two decimal places. Now this is the two decimal place, this is the question. So what we do here, get to the formula, minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a, that is minus b, that is 5, because this is already, b is already minus, plus minus, here is 25 minus 4a is 1 and c is minus 10, so plus 40. Okay, by 2. Why? Because a is 1, coefficient of x is 1. Okay, so 5 plus minus, this is root 65 by 2, which is, now if we find root 65, okay, if we find root 65, how do we find root 65? Let's see, 65, okay, this is 8, 8's the 64 and 1 and dot and put 2 zeros and square root, you put 2 zeros and then doesn't, here you put a 16, so this does not work. So you need a 0 here, and then you have to put another 2 zeros, okay, and then you put a 6 here. Then you get 9636. Okay, so your answer here is, so what you get is 5 plus minus 8.06 by 2. Okay, 5 plus minus 8.06 by 2, which is equal to, once you use the plus sign, okay, you get 13.06 by 2. Okay, or if you use the minus sign, you get minus 3.06 by 2. That is equal to, here you get 6.53, or you get minus 1.53. So these two are your final answers. Okay, so that is how you do. This question is very common in ICSE. Okay, correct to 2 decimal place. Now here it was little difficult to find a third number also, but if you are able to find a third number easily, then supposing it is coming to a 7, okay, then what you should do is you can make this 8.07. Now since the calculation was becoming very big and you have to do all by yourself, you can't use any calculator or anything. That is why I stopped at this point. Otherwise, correct to 2 decimal place, what it means is you find one more number and then round it off. Okay, so this was the one sum very commonly asked. Now here is a question without solving, that is they are not asking you to solve this quadratic equation. They are saying find the value of m for which the equation has real and equal roots. Now you know from discriminant that for real and equal roots, b square minus 4ac is equal to a 0. Okay, so what is b square minus 4ac? What is b here? This much part. Yes, 4m minus 1 square minus 4a, yes, okay, a, c. A is here and this is c. Okay, so this is my another equation, and this is supposed to be 0. Why it is supposed to be 0? Because b square minus 4ac is equal to 0 when you have real and equal roots, right? That is why this is 0. Now, how to do this in a very quick method? Remove the 4's as if you have divided by 4 everywhere, because that side also 0 by 4 is a 0. So remove them. So my equation has become shorter. Don't include that 4 in the calculation. You are going to make a very big calculation in that case. M square plus 1 minus 2m minus m minus 5 is equal to 0. M square minus 3m minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so now we'll do middle term factorization. M square minus 4m plus m minus 4 is equal to 0. m minus 4 plus m minus 4 is equal to 0. m minus 4 m plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is, so now m is equal to 4 and m is equal to minus 1. Okay, so m is equal to 4 and m is equal to minus 1 are the two values of m for which this particular equation will give real and equal roots. Very commonly asked question, isn't it? Real and equal roots is the very most commonly asked question, and find the value of m. So you see one quadratic equation was here, and here again you get another quadratic equation which you have to do splitting by middle term. Okay, not necessarily always you have to do split, but generally it is splitting by middle term only, not necessarily always. Sometimes you might even have to use the big formula for minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac. That equation you might have, that formula you might have to use sometimes. Okay, let's say the next sum. Next is a problem sum. Now, quadratic equation problems in ICSE is actually of one type. Over the years, it is one particular type problem sums they always ask. A man covers a distance of 100 kilometers traveling with, let's see, this is the type. A man covers a distance of 100 kilometers traveling with a uniform speed of x. Had the speed been 5 km per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less. Find x, the original speed. Okay, so they already have given he was going at a speed of x kph and the distance is 100. Okay, so what is the first time that he was taking? The initial time with x kph, distance is equal to speed into time. So time is equal to distance by speed. This is what we are going to use. Okay, this is exactly what we are going to use now. See, so here 100, so it is 100 by, what is the first time? Okay, the first time is x. Okay, so this is the first time, 100 by x, minus. Now why, what is the second time? The second time is, had the speed been 5 kilometers per hour more, means we have to add 5 to it. Okay, so 100 by x minus 100 by x plus 5. Okay, and that is equal to, it would have taken 1 hour less. Now why did I subtract? Because he was initially going at this, he was taking more time. So this is the bigger time, and he is now going at a bigger speed, he is taking lesser time. So this is the smaller time, this is the bigger time. The bigger one will always come in front, and the difference between this is 1 hour, because this is taking 1 hour less. So it is going to be later, written after the minus sign. Now how do you remember things like this? Now supposing in the exam you don't have time to logically think, okay, which is the bigger time, which is the smaller time, and you are confusing where to write the x plus 5, should I write it here and this one there, and you are confusing. So in that case you just think, larger the denominator, smaller is the number. Okay, if the numerator is same, larger the denominator, smaller is the number. So just put it after the minus sign. Do it by that logic. Okay, because as long as this is positive 1, this 1 hour is positive, you don't have a negative number there, then you should have this bigger, this smaller. Okay, now second tip of doing this sum, you should never, I have seen children who would write 100x plus 500 and all. No, the very first step should be this. Remove the common numerator like this. The sum becomes very, very simple. Okay, 100 and then x plus 5 minus x by x plus 5, which is equal to 1. Yes, so cut the x. Okay, don't forget the bracket. So here I have a 500 which is equal to x square plus 5x, right? Okay, so x square plus 5x minus 500 is equal to 0. Now this is where people get stuck again. Okay, how to find the how to find the factors, because we are going to do middle term factorization. So what you should do, 500 250 and a 2 125 and a 5 25 and a 5 and a 5. So I have these numbers. Okay, so I have got all the possible factors. Now I'll split it. I get a 25 and a 20. That gives me, so x square plus 25x minus 20x minus 500 is equal to 0. Okay, so that is my this equation. So x plus 25 minus 20 x plus 25, which is equal to 0. X plus 25 and x minus 20. Okay, that is equal to 0. So x plus 25 and x minus 20, x is equal to minus 25 or 20. We can't take this because this is negative, does not work for speed. So our only answer is x is equal to 20 kph or kilometers per hour. Okay, let's see the next question. Now here is our next question, rupees 7,500, and they were giving it to a number of children. That number of children, x, original number of x is the original number of children. Okay, now they are saying if there had been 20 less children, each of those children, now after you reduce 20 children, each child will get 100 rupees more because 20 children have been reduced. So initially how much was each child getting? They were getting a smaller number, right? So each child initially was getting 7500 by x, and now after reducing, how much is each child getting? Remember, this is the bigger one out of these two. Okay, out of x and x minus 20, this is bigger, means this number is the smaller number. I explained in the last question also. So this always has to go later, and last time it was a plus. If it is a plus, then that denominator was bigger. So bigger the denominator, smaller the number. Here they were getting less money. Here, after doing this, they are getting, after x minus 20, they are getting more money. How much more? 100. So this is 100 more than this, so 100. Okay, take the 7500 out without thinking. That has to go. It should be your practice by now. Okay, now remove this, and this is now 75 and x minus x plus 20 by, that is equal to x into x minus 20. Okay, that comes to x square minus 20x, and here it comes to 75 into 20. That's all. Okay, because this is cancelled. So 75 into 20. Now how do we do the sum? So it becomes x square minus 20x minus 75 into 20, okay, which is equal to 0. This is 1500. Now how to work on this? We will find the factors of 1500. 1500, this is 2, 750 and 2, then it is 3. So 1500, first 2, 750, then if I take a 5, then it is a 150, and if I take a 5 again, and it is a 30, and take a 5 again, it is a 6. I can do further factors, but let me try with this, because I wanted 20 as a difference. So 30 and 50 is giving me that, so I don't need to split that 6 anymore. 30 and 50 is giving me the value. So what I do now is x square minus 50x plus 30x minus 1500, which is equal to 0. Okay, so x minus 50 plus 30 x minus 50, which is equal to 0. Okay, so what are my values now? So x minus 50 and x plus 30, which is equal to 0. So x, value of x, it is the number of children, so we can't take negative value. So x is equal to 50, that is the original number of students is a 50. Okay, so see the sum once again, see the steps. What is most important is how you put this. Okay, so this is the type that keeps coming in ICSE always. Okay, it can be, whatever sum is, the final equation structure comes to this only. So that is it from quadratic equations. I think these are the types, that are the, one is the roots equal and equal roots, that question. Okay, one is finding the value of m, and another is solve till correct to 2 decimal place, or you have problem sums of this type. Never miss a question in quadratic equations. Okay, thanks all of you. Very soon I am going to post, either in this channel or in the other channel, I will be posting 2025's maths paper. It will be posted in 2 parts. Okay, so please watch out and stay tuned. Subscribe if you have not subscribed till now, and also don't forget to leave a comment behind. Thanks all of you. Bye then.